Anti-drug folks have got new cause for concern about rising overdose death counts, but the drugs doing the killing aren't necessarily the ones that they portray as being so very dangerous. Now, this is according to a new CDC report that shows that 47,000 people perished from drug overdoses in just 2014. Massive, massive numbers. When you compare them to even things like car accidents or murders or terrorism, I mean, huge numbers, obviously, and we're talking about a big country. We're talking about a lot of different types of drugs, so let's break it down a little bit more. First of all, when you think about drug deaths, you might mistakenly think about the coasts or about inner cities, but here are the states that are actually leading the way on drug overdose deaths. We've got West Virginia, New Mexico, Kentucky, New Hampshire, and Ohio. Those are the states with the highest overdose death rates. But much more importantly, what sorts of drugs are actually leading to people dying from overdoses? The leading cause of overdose deaths was heroin and opioid pain medications, constituting 61% or almost 30,000 of the total number of deaths. Since 2000, overdoses from those opioids have quadrupled. So we're talking about heroin and other sorts of prescription and non-prescription pain medication, and we've seen year after year after year these numbers going up. But as a country, as a nation, as a society, that's not what we're talking about. We talk about maybe cocaine, maybe crack, but generally we talk about marijuana when we talk about drugs, and we talk about the war on drugs. But when we talk about the war on people living, maybe we should be talking about those prescription drugs, the sorts of drugs that are still largely socially acceptable, that are being pushed by doctors in increasing amounts because of the effect of the medical industry lobbying on those doctors to sell more and more of those drugs. And it's becoming, as we see, not just a problem, but a problem with lethal consequences, especially when you consider that the levels of overdoses have rose by 14% in just the past 2 years. And 2 years ago, we already had a major problem as a country. So we need to deal with these addictions. But while we're doing it, we need to not be distracted by all the anti-marijuana propaganda. Weed's not topping this list. Weed's not even on this list. It's nowhere to be seen. And so we need to fix our country's real drug problems and not be distracted by these unnecessary green herrings. And that's my final judgment.